pulses were racing during fiery clashes on the Hill with Health Secretary RFK Jr.
Just a very simple question.
Yes. Grandstand.
You're going to get your opportunity.
You want a grandstand.
From the parts of his testimony that didn't add up.
President Trump has a different way of calculating it. There's two ways of calculating percentage. If you have a $600 truck and you reduce it to 10, that's a 600% reduction.
To accusations he's putting America's health at risk.
I think you're dangerous to the American public, and you ought to be fired.
Did he make the case for the MAHA movement or put his position in critical condition? Then Kate Hudson and Justin Theroux talk about getting back in the game for the new season of Running Point. And comedian Nikki Glazer on the pros and cons of being a good girl in her latest stand-up special.
My career's going great now, but I know eventually Hollywood is going to kick me out because I'm going to do something horrible, like age naturally.
Here come Hot Topics with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Joy Behar, Anna Navarro, Sunny Hostin, and Alyssa Farah Griffin. Now let's get things started.
Thank you, doll. We love you too, but there's a lot of stuff we have to talk about today.
My name is not Whippy. I said we love you, Whippy.
You know, I answer to everything. It's just easier that way. But how about this? Health Secretary RFK Jr. was in the hot seat on the Hill once again yesterday. He remained defiant as the Senate Finance Committee took him to task for his controversial moves on the job. Take a look.
What steps is HHS taking to address the outbreaks that may arise from the World Cup?
We've done better at controlling the measles outbreak than any country in the world.
You're pointing out that other countries have outbreaks, which increases the likelihood they will bring that here, and our immunization rates have fallen below 95%.
Does the president know there is a historic measles surge occurring nationwide?
You want me to answer
the question? It's just a very simple question.
Just yes. Grandstand. I do not believe that every black kid should be reparented on a wellness farm.
Well, you said it, sir. I have the video here.
If I said it, I apologize.
We expect you to keep Americans alive, yet you're cutting the coverage of infectious disease. Personally, sir, even as you seem distracted while I talk to you about deadly diseases, I think you're dangerous to the American public, and you ought to be fired.
I mean, if doctors on the Senate committee are saying he's doing a really bad job, I mean, who's going to take this seriously? I mean, you know, there's a report showing that COVID vaccine reduced emergency visits and hospitalizations about half for healthy adults. Mm-hmm. It's been blocked by the CDC. I don't understand. If you have an argument that by his committee, they are blocking it. There is I mean, if you have a position and you say, I believe this, and here's why, and somebody says, well, here's what I believe, you balance and you let the people decide what they feel.
They should publish that report.
You cannot suppress information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, you cannot continue to do that. You know? And he blames vaccinations for the stuff in his voice, his vocal. Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard to understand. I'm sorry.
This is all deadly serious, but I do want to play my favorite clip from this hearing yesterday.
Yes.
AI is going to revolutionize medicine, and it may at some point make FDA even irrelevant. And it's going to give us the capacity to develop new drugs, personalized medicine for every citizen. You know, I just was reading about a dog that had cancer, and his owner used AI to develop a personalized treatment that cured the cancer.
What?
So listen, as a dog owner, I'm taking nothing off the table to cure my dog's illness if he gets sick, but this is our expert. This is our expert, somebody who does not have a medical degree, who does not have a background in science. And right now, so mRNA vaccines, which is how we got the COVID vaccine, but mRNA research has found this massive breakthrough that could help cure pancreatic cancer.
Yes. Yeah.
One of the most deadly, fast-moving cancers. Someone very close to me, we lost to pancreatic cancer. Someone else close to me has it right now.
Yeah.
And Health and Human Services, under RFK, canceled $500 million in funding for mRNA vaccine research.
Yeah.
That has real-life consequences. Everyday experts who spent their lives dedicated to science, to research, and to medicine are working to save lives. In these cuts to grants, that is not getting nearly enough attention, and we're going to feel the consequences for decades to come.
Well,
I'm sorry. The kid that works for me, his mother has long-term COVID, and she cannot really go out and do her job. She works from home. You used to be able to go to the CDC and get information on where the trials were.
Oh, that's right.
They have cleared all that information out. They've taken all of that information away. People's health, people are dying. They don't have access to the information. And I'm sorry, there were two doctors sitting on this?
Cassidy is a doctor.
You know?
Cassidy.
Yeah.
You let him on there. You did not say this is not a good idea. I'm really mad at you, too.
Yeah.
I'm really mad at you.
Sometimes I feel like they're trying to kill us.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, you've got, and Trump just vetoed anything that has to do with climate change that would alleviate the problem. And we can see it everywhere that the Earth is in a lot of trouble. But here you've got a guy who's in charge of our health, who was a former heroin addict, he swam in sewage. Who does that? Yeah. And that snorted cocaine off of a toilet seat. This is who is in charge of your health, America.
Yeah.
Well, and also do not put up with this. We're in a lot of trouble, don't we? Doesn't people see that?
Yeah,
well, the struggles are beyond science. He also struggles with math. Senator Elizabeth Warren pushed back on President Trump, claiming that Trump RX has reduced prices by 600% when some drugs are cheaper at places like Costco. So I want to play the clip.
Yes.
I would say this, Senator.
Do you know what it costs?
President Trump has a different way of calculating. If there's two ways of calculating percentage. If you have a $600 truck and you reduce it to 10, that's a 600% reduction.
But I only have 5 minutes.
So that's not actually how that works.
Say that again.
Well, you can't reduce something by more than 100%, or you're paying people to take that.
Because if you reduce something by 100%, you reduce it to zero.
Yep.
So you're talking negative.
So this is a 98.3% reduction. So we're struggling in a lot of areas. And he also had struggles with the math that comes along when he touted his $50 billion investment in the Rural Health Transformation Fund. But that doesn't make up for the $137 billion that rural areas are expected to lose. That, Mr. RFK Jr., is a deficit that we're going to be without money for the people that need it the most.
Get out of this job, dude. You're not qualified.
That's basically, everyone has said everything that I was going to say. But I think Senator Warnock said it the best. He is a menace to Americans.
That's right.
He's a menace to American health. He's deeply, deeply unqualified. And I, too, Whoopi, am so upset that Senator Cassidy, who is a physician, at first said that he would never vote for his confirmation, and then somehow changed his mind.
What changes them?
RFK lied to it. He effectively lied to it.
He said he wasn't going to mess with the vaccinations.
And he did. And now he's in a position that he's so deeply unqualified for. And now Senator Cassidy is questioning him, but to what avail? I think we're actually stuck with this guy.
No. Listen, they're getting rid of people left and right. Get rid of some of the men now. You got rid of all the women. Get rid of some of the men.
Very quickly, though, this week, the administration appointed a highly qualified director of the CDC.
Yes.
I was a little bit
Erica
surprised.
Schwartz, and I wonder if she's going to last.
Let's confirm somebody who's credentialed and ready to do the job.
She's actually a doctor.
Wouldn't that be something? Somebody who actually knew the job.
Exactly. How about a president like that?
What a concept. We'll be right back. anticipated Michael Jackson biopic opens tomorrow, but it's already generating controversy. The movie had to edit out scenes that alluded to his child molestation scandal because of a past settlement with the accuser. But Coleman Domingo, who stars as Michael's dad, Joe Jackson, says it doesn't take away from the movie. Take a look.
The film does stop in 1988.
Yes.
Several years before the first child molestation allegations were made. And, you know, we live in an environment now where we take survivors of sexual abuse, we take their stories very seriously. How do you reconcile your performance with that?
I think the film takes place, you know, from the 60s to 1988. So it does not go into the first allegations in like 2005. Right. So basically we center it on the makings of Michael. So it's an intimate portrait of who Michael is.
So I don't know, are you planning to see it? I mean, it says, you know, do you think, will people think it's a glaring omission? Not if they know that it's not a documentary and it's also covering their beginnings.
Well, I think it's, you know, I think what is important to know about the film is that the director, Antoine Fuqua, did in his first draft include the molestation allegations, the trial, which he was found not guilty of, and some of the accusers that came out after his death. But because of this legal settlement with one of the accusers, he had to cut those parts and reshot $15 million worth of film to take that part out. So the intention wasn't to hide it. The intention was to address it, but they legally couldn't do it. So when you put that context in, which is what people need to know, I think you can see the movie and understand that they aren't trying to whitewash history. Or
what about the Melania movie?
Oh, well, I haven't seen that one.
No, but that's really important context that he gave. And by the way, anything Coleman Domingo does, I've attempted to see.
It is important context.
Because I struggled with that with the Broadway show, too, which is excellent. And if you love Michael Jackson's music, like he's unrivaled as a pop icon, you want to enjoy those songs. And I wrestle with it because I believe the allegations, I believe the people who came forward, but I think the fact that it's stopping before that, you're talking about what made him him, the impact he had on culture. I think that works. It would bother me far more if it came up to modern times and just pretended that didn't happen.
I think people seek like moral absolutes in life, and it's very hard to reconcile that this man was a genius, possibly a prodigy. But also there were serious sexual allegations that I watched Leaving Neverland, and everyone has to come to terms with their own feelings on that because he wasn't convicted in court. I believe both things can exist, and I don't think there was a way, aside from the legal parts that the director speaks of, you almost have to separate those. By ending before the allegations began, you allow us to look into what made Michael Michael, because there was a lot of abuse in that. And so I think it's better to look a little closer. It's not glorifying, it's showing this phenomenal story of a once-in-a-generation talent that is of interest to see. That was the artistry, that was the genius. I think when you try, even if they had shot it later, it would have grown very complicated to try to tell that in a scripted story.
And by the way, Nia Long, that was actress Nia Long, who plays Katherine Jackson, she sort of intimated that there may be a sequel, and that sequel may be able to address that part of his life. And so I think people can see this movie and feel comfortable.
Nobody's perfect.
That
Wagner was a Nazi. They still listen to his music.
On that historic note.
Well, I mean, you know, listen, none of us is perfect. None of us is perfect, and we all have to. I don't know that in a biography of me, but I want all my stuff put out there. And that's what you're going to have to decide. What your family has to decide. But they've addressed it. You'll make a decision on your own. If you want to see it, see it. If you don't, don't. And we're moving on. We'll be right back.
Do your deal for Oprah Daily's Earth Day approved eco-friendly finds you'll love. We partner with vendors for at least half off. So go get shopping now at viewyourdeal.com.
So Joy, I know you're really excited about this story. New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel announced he's taking indefinite leave from football after photos of him emerged at an Arizona hotel with NFL reporter Diana Rossini. Here's what he said about it yesterday. Listen up, Joy.
I had some difficult conversations with people that I care about, with my family, the organization, the coaches, the players. Those have been positive and productive. You know, we believe in order to be successful on and off the field, you have to make good decisions. That includes me. That starts with me. What I can promise you is that my family, this organization, the team, the staff, the coaches, everybody, our fans, most importantly, will get the best version of me going forward.
So both Verbal and Rossini deny allegations of an inappropriate relationship, but she's also resigning from the Atlantic. Rossini has denied any wrongdoing and has stood by her reporting throughout her career. I'm not sure really what's going on. Maybe you can explain.
But if she's denying it, that nothing happened, saying that anything happened, then why did she resign?
Well, my husband's a diehard Patriots fan. He's very upset over this. I also love Mike Vrabel. He's like a coach, a player's coach. He played for the Patriots. Now he's coaching them. I don't think he needs to resign. I think he needs to apologize to his wife. He needs to buy her a ring bigger than a Super Bowl ring that he did not win at the last Super Bowl. But you can still coach football. Like, it's not, it'd be like an accountant resigning for having an affair with like a tax attorney. It doesn't really apply to the job you do.
In my opinion, she is in the power position. She's the journalist. He's the subject of the piece. So she's more, in a way, she's more guilty than he is.
It's unethical.
It's unethical, especially because she has been one of the 50 voters for the Associated Press NFL Award since 2022. So if you are having an inappropriate relationship, not only with someone that you report on, not only the coach of the team that you report on.
No, they are denying it.
That's why I said if.
Yeah, but he's going to therapy.
And also, if you get to nominate and if you get to vote on whether or not he's like the best coach at the NFL, that is journalistic, you know, that's a problem.
Well, and beyond that, like, regardless of their marriages or infidelities, the part here is that this is a female sports reporter. Women have worked really hard to bust into these rooms and these doors and to make it about their work. So the problem here is that when you take a step back and you were carrying that much responsibility, everyone takes a hit.
It gives all female journalists a bad name, and it plays into a trope that's not fair.
Okay. We'll be right back. Welcome back on the new season of the Netflix series Running Point. Kate Hudson is calling the pro basketball team owned by her family, Justin Theroux, co-stars as her brother, who's back in town and looking to get back in the family business. Siblings. Take a look.
You're really not gunning for your old job back?
Oh, my God. No. Besides, you're doing such a great job. And the board would never even approve me at this point. Not with my rap sheet. Oh, sorry. Old habits die hard.
And you're okay working under me?
Yes. Look, I'm a different person now. I listen. Lizzie told me something about the kids the other day, and I heard it. I really heard it. Apparently, we got a bedwetter.
Please welcome Kate Hudson and Justin Theroux.
So before we get into this whole show, the last time you were here for Song Sung Blue, and we all, the whole audience, sang with you. We were cheering you on. That role earned you your second Oscar nomination. Oh, here you are. You look stunning. You brought your mom as your date. So can you tell us how special was that entire evening experience all about?
The whole, from being here and everything that happened after, you know, the whole experience was great. And everybody was really excited, and it was a very celebratory time.
Well,
and I'm still buzzing off. Yeah. No, it was great. Mommy was so excited, and my dad was there too, and my son got to come. Ryder was there. So it was a real like family affair at the Oscars, but to walk the carpet with my mom was amazing.
Yeah,
and love that.
Thank you.
Now, Justin,
Yep.
At the Oscars, there was that incredible surprise Devil Wears Prada moment
with Anna
between
Wintour.
Anna Wintour and Anne Hathaway. And then the premiere of Devil Wears Prada was just this week, and you joined the cast. I don't know if now you are playing Emily Blunt's love interest.
So lucky.
The character has been described as rich and stupid.
That's correct.
Yes.
He's a dummy. Yeah, he's rich, stupid. He's sort of a tech billionaire, obsequious, horrible, wants to get into media kind of guy. We can't think of anyone like that.
I was going to say, did you take inspiration from any
Smattering of people, about 5 of them that I can think of. Yeah, so it's he's sort of an amalgam of people that we've seen in the news.
So how was it just joining such an iconic phenomenon?
Gosh, it was fantastic. You know, I mean, it was Emily I've worked with before, so and she's one of the most hilarious women. She should only do exclusively comedies. She's very, very funny.
Wow.
Not that her dramatic work isn't good. She's good too. But yeah, it was exactly what you would expect. And it was that call where it's like, you want to go to Italy?
Well, we were on set, remember, and you had to do something with Meryl. Do you remember this?
What did I do?
You left doing something.
That's right.
And you had a whole thing, and because you
had this like sort of pivotal scene with Meryl.
Right. And we were all giving you.
I know, pointers.
Trying to help you out.
Right. No, it went great. You know, it's that thing of, you know, she's an icon, she's whatever, but then you get to work and she's just like every other actor who does incredible work. They get in, they rehearse.
Just saying you too.
Why are we all hitting each other?
Goldberg every
That's right. I know.
We get it.
Just a normal person.
Okay, now we have to talk about something that is so exciting, Running Point Season 2. Now, this is a show you turn on and you will turn off at the end when it shuts itself down. Because it is so bingeable. This is, I mean, I couldn't stop watching it, but you guys play siblings. I love the dysfunction of your family. It's super relatable. And as we saw from that clip earlier, you're back in the picture and you're probably going to torment your sister, as you always have, sabotage Kate's character every chance you get. Now, you called Cam too confident for his intelligence level. And anyone that watches it is like, yeah, that's exactly right. But do you think we all have Cams in our life? And do you guys have so much fun shooting?
I think if I can
you go first.
If I can speak more. Yeah, the thing that really makes the show work is that we really have kind of a sibling-type relationship, you know, with Drew Tarver and Scott and everybody. Like, it really, we kind of, you know,
very quickly.
We play hard with each other. It's very tackle football in terms of the jokes.
I mean, thank God
she was also
grew up as
raised,
brothers.
Yes.
Yeah. Because these guys go hard at me, and it's very enjoyable. I laugh all day long. Well, we kind of are in competition of who can make who laugh.
Yes, the hardest.
The hardest.
Who does? Is there a clear winner there?
Kate's pretty good because you'll think you've really like tacked her to the ground, and then she'll come back with a jab or a hook, and then you're like, and then you laugh.
And she's back.
But she's also the best audience. Like, she's a very good laugher.
I love it. You could listen to the guys all day long. But I would say Justin, because when he rolls in, it's like everybody's ready. Like all the you know. You got it.
Yeah, it's fun. We have a really good
Your new brother, Jackie, is pretty funny, too.
Hilarious.
He's
such a great addition to the family.
Freaking hilarious.
My character hates him, which is the best.
But to answer your question, I think maybe everybody has a Cam in the family. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully not every sibling dynamic has a Cam, because you're kind of...
everyone does have a Cam. Like, I mean, it's like, it's that guy who just, who fails upward and is infuriating. Like, he's in the show, he's a drug
We're
addict.
not all related to them, but we definitely all know a Cam.
Everyone knows one of them.
Yes, we all know a Cam.
We all know failing upward.
Some of us are Cam.
Yes, exactly. But we don't know if we are.
That's right.
But Kate, you made Time Magazine's annual list of the 100 most influential people. So what's wonderful about it is Mindy Kaling wrote your profile, who obviously co-created, wrote, and executive produces Running Point. And she tells this story in it that you guys are at an Oscar party, and apparently everyone's ignoring you guys, and you become friends through that. Who would ignore Kate Hudson and Mindy Kaling at an Oscar party? I don't know.
No, so an actor, a male actor, movie star, cut the line. No, I'm not. We won't. We can't do that. But we bonded over how wild it was that he actually like cut in front of two women that were standing there for a really long time.
Incredible.
Actually, all you have to do is name somebody. The list is very long.
Thank you. Someone got my Wally Shawn.
And I was like, wow. And Mindy's like, that's really interesting. And then we bonded. But like, I'm so grateful for that man because here we are.
What did it mean to you to be included on the list?
That's so cool.
Oh, it was really cool. It's really cool, you know, and exciting and kind of like, you know, my imposter syndrome starts to go. You're like, why am I influential?
Too late. Too late. It's too late for all of that. It's way too late for all of that.
But I'm excited, and my son's gonna come with me tonight, and we're celebrating. So it's well deserved.
So to you.
Oh, do we have to? Real quickly, we want to congratulate Justin. He has a baby. Did you name your baby Justin? Because we have a Justin.
You have a baby Justin.
It's a great name.
It is a great name. Not after you, but also we will give homage.
Congratulations.
She's married to a Justin.
It is the absolute
Yes.
best.
Oh, really? And I also have to mention that Kate is a World Food Program Goodwill Ambassador, which is an incredible organization. So go to our website to learn more about how you can help make a difference.
Thank you.
Our thanks to the two of you.
Thank you.
You're fabulous together.
Yes.
Glad to season 2 coming up.
Love you.
Love you. Season 2 is streaming now on Netflix.
Did you watch it?
We will be right back.
This little light of mine has been dark for quite some time. Then I let in the light to help see more of the light inside of me.
I needed more from my antidepressant, so my doctor added Caplyta, proven to provide greater relief from depression symptoms than an antidepressant alone, building on my progress without starting over. Weight gain and reported sexual side effects were not common.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, feeling tired, and diarrhea. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor about Caplyta.
Help see more of the light inside of me.
If you're 50 or over, you can be taking advantage of everything AARP has to offer right now. Join AARP for $15 for 1 year with automatic renewal, and your second membership is free. Get instant access to discounts on everyday purchases, eye care, and prescriptions, and programs, tools, and tips to help manage your money and maximize your health. Plus, AARP fights to protect your Social Security, Medicare, and more. Join and get an insulated trunk organizer free, plus AARP the magazine. Call or go to joinaarp.org now.
Finally, Yasso, a ridiculously creamy, dipped, chipped, sandwiched ice cream-like experience that's super snackable and made with Greek yogurt. So, ice cream, get the whoop out of our freezer. Yasso, love it or it's free.
Millions of Americans play Royal Match every day. I'm gonna find out why.
Why do I play Royal Match? It's relaxing and the only me time I get all day.
I just love seeing King Robert smile. Almost as much as seeing my patient smile. Have you not downloaded it yet? Oh, you've got to.
Effective, healthy blood pressure support takes more than innovation. It takes vision. At Human, our plant-based supplements are scientifically formulated to support the center of your health. And at the center of Superbeats Heart Chews, healthy blood pressure support from clinically studied grapeseed extract, sustainably sourced from southern France, with delicious pomegranate berry flavor, supporting your blood pressure and heart health, and all the moments your heart beats for. Get started today at human.com.
If you have wet AMD or DME, you never want to lose sight of the things you love. And your condition doesn't have to steal the moment. Long-lasting EYLEA HD delivers powerful vision improvements that can save your vision for the future. EYLEA HD is the only treatment for wet AMD and DME that helped at least 8 out of 10 people go up to 4 months between injections after 3 initial monthly treatments. Don't take EYLEA HD if you have an eye infection, eye pain, redness, or are allergic to it. Eye injections like EYLEA HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, rare but severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye, or increased eye pressure. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke. There's still so much to see. Ask about next generation EYLEA HD, a treatment retina specialists